Oh, do I want to start working on that. I really want to start working on that. My brain is like, can't even sleep at night because of the things I want to do. But one step at a time, right? I got to get this going and out of the garage so I can put that in there. Today we're going to be working on taking the deck off and unseizing the blades so that they'll spin. We already know the engine runs and starts, right? And then we're going to put keys in the keyway and the wheels after we fix the deck. And then we're going to see if it starts, runs, drives, mows. And then the cosmetics after that. So let's get cracking. So as you saw, I got the deck off. It was very easy. The Craftsman decks are very easy to work on. These two were completely seized. I tried the breaker bar and it didn't work. It wants to tighten the screws, and I knew that if I went any more, it was gonna break the bolt. So I sprayed some penetrating oil around this area, that area, the spindle top pulleys, that bearing area. Unlock the tension pulley on the top so that the two brakes don't touch. And then I used a sledgehammer, and banged this corner over here so that you don't bend the blades. You just cap it like that, you know, back and forth. Started to move a little bit, broke the rust seal, and then used the breaker bar to just give it a once over, and look at it now. I mean, it's fantastic. Look at this. Let the penetrating oil work a little. Bring the straw down. Just flood the area with lubricant. Work it a little bit, and this should be good. I think my PTO handle cable is seized. It won't move. So I might have to remove it and soak it in some oil or something, move it back and forth just to get it unseized. Because that way you're not going to be able to engage the PTO if that cable is seized. So this deck is in good shape. It doesn't look it, I know it, because it's rusty and stuff. But on the top over here, it's not bad at all. Got a lot of snails and centipedes and little bugs that are coming out. But if you look at it, it's just a lot of dirt and stuff like that, and they'll blow it out. Not bad at all. There's no holes, there's no rot, just some paint chipping is all. This is fine, you know. The return spring is in the hole along with the slot right here. It is routed correctly too, as you can see. And the cable goes into this stud with a hole in it. The spring plugs right into that hole, and when you pull the cable, it engages the PTO, stretches the belt over the crankshaft double stack pulley, and engages the blades. That's how it works. That's pretty good. I'm going to flood this area here with some penetrating oil because this is where that thing rides on. Also the pivot point right here. Doesn't hurt to do that too. Look at that, huh? butter. So let me take that cable out and try to get it greased up. Here's the cable I'm talking about here. This spring goes right on top of that stud I told you about with the hole. And when you pull this up, it's supposed to pull. It's stuck. Should I force it or should I take it out? I think I should take it out because it's pretty seized. You have to go in there and push the 2 tabs so it pulls out. And I can shoot penetrating oil down the wire and just move it around. Well, that's it. Tried to remove it, and the part that was rusted, you can see that this top of the wire that hooks onto this handle here, it's silver here, right? Then you get to around here and it's all rusted color. So just a little bit of a pull and it just gave way. So no matter what, you need to get a new cable. That's like $8. So looks like I'm gonna have to spend some money.
Oh no, Henry, spend money?
That's right. Once in a while, I do have to spend money.
That sucks.
There it goes. Damn clip was so hard to get to because it was rusted in the completely disengaged position. So I had no slack to give for you to move around and just get it out, you know? So it was almost impossible to get it out. Probably if I flipped the whole thing upside down, I probably would have gotten out. But anyway, this is Dunsky. See, look, even though it's broken, right, it still won't come out. It's just seized inside this cable. And it's done. So I have to get a new one of these. So I'm going to clean up the deck a little bit. And then the next step is, since I have to wait for a cable to come anyway, you can't get the deck up and running today, so I have to wait a few days. Might as well put the keys back into the keyways so that we can at least see if this thing drives. So I'll do that. Okay, as you saw in time lapse, I grinded down all the rusted paint and chipping, and so now it's pretty clean. I'm gonna power wash it now, only because I need to power wash my daughter's car. I might as well power wash that engine a little bit, and maybe I'll power wash the Skidoo, 23 Skidoo. I'll catch you later. I'm eating a potato.
23 Skidoo. And I'll kiss you later. I'm eating a potato. All of that stuff.
I just put the keys back in the keyways now. I thought it was recording, but it isn't. But just stick them in, you know. I disengaged the transmission and it rolls. Sort of. Some resistance, but at least it rolls. What do you think? Should we go for a ride first before we power wash it? Oh yeah, it surges. It runs well in the beginning, but then it surges. So that's some clogging. Let's go for a ride. I just tried to go, won't go anywhere. I think I finally figured out why this went into my friend Nick's place for service. I couldn't find anything wrong with it, right? Other than it surging a little. But I think they brought this tractor in because it wouldn't drive. And why doesn't it drive? Okay, here's the belt, the transmission. It's intact, it's not broken. But then when you get to the tensioner pulley, yeah, that's the reason why. This belt's supposed to go around it, but it comes off because the tensioner pulley is in a third of it's missing. So if I just replace the tensioner pulley, put the belt back on, this thing should roll. I wonder if I have a tensioner pulley. So you got to try to get a better view of it. Crawling in the ground is okay too, especially with the deck's gone. But I like to tilt this to the side a little bit. It usually works pretty well for me, provided I don't cause an accident. With the deck off, you can easily just tilt it. Stay. There. Now we can get a good view of what's going on. And there you go. Ooh, something be a-leaking. Oh, okay. It's just the seat being always filled with water. This is water. Okay, good. Didn't think there would be any gas in there. There's the condition of the brakes. You know, it needs a little bit of grinding. You could tell that moving it around, it's grinding rust off already. So it means that the pads are meaty enough to touch the rotor. The rotor. So there you go. That's it. I believe that's the reason why this was in for service over at Nick's. Person never paid or something. Well, obviously the job was never done. So I'm going to remove this pulley and take it to the backyard and see if I can find another one. I believe there's a bolt on the top. How the hell am I going to reach that? I see it. Yeah, the bolt on the top. And of course the nut is sitting right on top, so I'm about to lose it. Oh, I dropped it anyway. Lost forever. Anyway, here you go. Is that in bad shape or what? That's terrible. I'm gonna go see if I have another one of these. So this is mine, and I went and grabbed this and I'm like, I got one. I pulled it out and apparently that's a very common problem, huh? I don't know why I kept it. I think I might have kept it just for this part of it. But anyway, then I thought I had another place where I had Craftsman parts, and sure enough, got one. Perfect condition too. So I'll just install this and we should be able to go driving. The pickle was getting that nut right there, holding it there because it was moving around with a wrench. Now we got it on. Look at that. Smoothage. Now we just gotta put this over that. When you put the brake on, there's more slack. There you go. I just tested it, looks good. Maybe now it'll go driving. All right, let's go driving. Driving another free tractor. That's all we know over here at Mowers and Blowers is free. It doesn't surge when it's driving. I messed with the idle screw as well as some of the linkages over here on the throttle bracket. You can adjust with the screw bending of the whatever they call it, so that the spring holding the governor lever is tighter. Over time, the spring extends and gets a little bit weaker, so it doesn't have as much tension as it normally does, but it allows you to bend the linkages higher so that it gives it a little bit more tension. And that's what was causing, or at least contributing to causing some of the surging. So now at low and high throttles, it no longer surges. So we got this thing taken care of. We got the tensioner pulley on the bottom, allowing it to now drive just fine. And now we just, I guess I'll power wash everything and go get some paint, and then order the cable for the PTO for the deck. And then, you know, I'm looking out for trying to get a headlight for the hood on this thing. There's two lenses for the headlights. I'm missing the left one. So my friend Mark may have it. He might send it to me. If you guys have that lens, let me know in the comments. And let's get to some power washing, huh? Okay, well that's about enough fun for a day. Freed up the deck, grinded it down, made it nice and clean, power washed it, lubed it. That thing's ready to be put on, but we need a PTO cable that I need to order, so that'll take like 3 to 5 days. Power wash this really quickly. Power wash the Skidoo, 23 Skidoo, and it doesn't look any cleaner. But there's a lot of mud and stuff on the skis, so at least now it's better. Guys, don't power wash and not pay attention, because I power washed my leg. I'm going to get a pretty good bruise on there. So we went for a ride in the LT2000, replaced the tensioner pulley on the back, adjusted the carburetor so now it doesn't surge anymore, power washed it, took the deck off, cleaned it up, grinded it down, power washed that too, lubed it up, freed up the blades. We do need that cable, cleaned up the Skidoo a little bit. That's enough for one day for sure. Hope you guys enjoyed the episode. Stay tuned for the final episode, or maybe 2 more on getting the LT2000 going. And then I'm awaiting the comments on the first episode of the Skidoo. Hopefully some of you guys will comment below on telling me what I should do first. Put oil down the cylinders, check for spark, try to get a lawn tractor tumbler ignition key, attach the wires to it and see if we get some kind of spark, maybe. I mean, help me out. Tell me the steps that I should take to try to see if we can get that going. Thanks a lot for joining me. We'll see you guys next time on Mowers and Blowers. Next time on Mowers and Blowers. Later.